Ready? Let's do it. We sound like nerds.
There we go. Here we go. Welcome back to We Sound Like Nerds, official podcast of people who are scared of winter and what it brings. Today we're talking about Game of Thrones. A couple weeks ago, maybe last week, I'm not sure, we had Doug on as a guest star. Well, he's back this week talking Game of Thrones.
Everybody.
Hey, Doug. Look at, we time traveled. Went into the future. Kind of like one of our characters from Game of Thrones season 6. Well, he can go to the past. Bran Stark. He's working and stuff. So we'll talk about him later. Kyle, you don't really watch Game of Thrones.
Not particularly. Every once in a while, I'll catch bits and pieces of it, but as a whole, not really.
And I think you said you've watched more of this season than past ones, right?
Yes, aside from that first episode that you had me watch.
Right.
Yep.
Way back when.
Yep.
Which is kind of good. This season was shorter than the 10 episodes that we're used to. 7 episodes. So they're breaking down the...
But it seemed to go way too fast.
Oh, God, it went so fast.
Yeah.
They broke down the last 2 seasons into, I believe, a total of 13 episodes, which is very sad.
Now, are the books done already? Or?
No.
Oh, they're still going?
That's the running joke.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the series will be done before those books come out. George R.R. Martin did recently say that he expects at least one more, if not both, of the final books to release in 2018. So pre-production has begun on season 8. Is that what season we're on? I said season 6. Yeah, season 8. I'll have to change that. Because we're talking about season 7, not season 6. Jeez, get with it, John. But they haven't started shooting yet for season 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's going to be a long time before we actually see season 8.
I figured they were just going to do all the shooting at once and then divvy it up like the Hobbit or Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, nope. They don't do it that way. I don't know why, but...
It's so the actress can sell her clone and stuff. Anyway,
I don't know. I don't see any Cersei Lannister clone at the store. Probably stinks like snooty booty. So season 7 of Game of Thrones, it had a lot of moments that we were waiting for, like a lot of payoff moments. We get obviously spoilers ahead. So if you haven't watched season 7, you don't want it spoiled, pump the brakes, go take several hours and watch it. If you haven't seen the series, come back in a couple weeks after you finish. We get the reunion of Bran and Sansa at Winterfell. We actually all the Stark kids are back at Winterfell.
Who are alive.
Rest in peace, Rob. Rest in peace, Rickon. So that was good. That was a payoff. We were looking forward to that. Did you get any feels when you saw the Stark kids back in Winterfell, Doug?
Oh, it was good to see. Yeah.
Have they not been there since season 1?
Yeah, first episode, season 1. They've all split up and gone their own ways. But now the pack has returned to Winterfell, their ancestral home. And it's weird. We're given all these different storylines. Jon travels to Dragonstone to meet with Daenerys to get her to stop her invasion of Westeros and help him fight the Night King north of the Wall, the leader of the White Walkers. And she's like, bend the knee. And she's like, bend the knee for majority of the episode. She's not willing to give the boy an inch. He's willing to give her a couple inches, though. We'll talk about that later. You have Littlefinger trying to work his
Tricks
and stuff on Sansa She's left to lead the North. After they made Jon king of the North, he decides to go south. And some of the Northmen aren't that happy about it, but Sansa does her best, leading and preparing the northern um, lands for winter and the invasion of the White Walkers.
Well, it seems like she's been around enough that, and the people listen, that she knows what to do to prepare.
Yeah,
So she's
a very competent leader.
Yeah.
She's probably
she's
18.
learned, as she mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, she's learned many lessons from the terrible
Her-
people that are in this world.
Yes.
And you watched it. You came over and watched a couple episodes this season.
I did. Yeah.
Which is the first time that we've been able to do that because you had to get caught up on the show this past summer. And there was, I want to say it was the episode where one cool thing about this season is we're at war finally. We have Daenerys invading and Tyrion proving that he's not the best strategician in this universe.
Yeah. They're always one step ahead of whatever he's planning to do.
Yeah, the Lannisters seem outnumbered. I mean, Daenerys has 3 dragons. She's got Unsullied. She's got a big fleet. And every time they try to make steps towards taking the Iron Throne, they get sent a curveball. They lose Highgarden. We lose Lady Olenna, the last of the Tyrells. And that family is done now. There's no more Tyrells. We lose the Tarleys, Sam's dad and brother. They decide to align with the Lannisters. They're done now, but Daenerys, burnt them alive with her dragon.
Except for Sam.
Except for Sam, who spends most of the season in Old Town trying to convince old maesters to listen to him and send out warnings about the White Walkers. I kind of want to just go down the list and talk about every character. You want to start with? Should we start with Daenerys?
Sure.
So she arrived in Westeros finally. It took her 7 years to get here, but she's here now. She's got dragons and looks impressive. And like we were talking about,
She goes 2 armies. She has the
Unsullied and
Dothraki.
Dothraki.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the Dothraki. Sorry, Dothraki. But she aligns with Dorne and Highgarden, and with those numbers, they decide. They outnumber the Lannisters quite handsomely. But when the Unsullied go to Casterly Rock to take it, they're not there. They had moved all of their troops south, and they took out Highgarden while no one was watching. And on the way back, they decide to intercept the convoy, and Tyrion sees how dangerous and how deadly Daenerys can be with those numbers.
Yeah. That was good to see. After some losses, it was nice to see her get one. Get a win. Get one in the win column. Yeah.
My brother-in-law Matt said it's one of the best episodes of television that he's ever seen. That episode. Daenerys really bothered me this season with how adamant she was that Jon Snow, when he came to visit and to ask for help, she wasn't going to help him until he bent the knee and was called her his queen, and that starts to get worn away when she starts developing feelings for him as the season goes on. But man, those first few episodes, it was like, come on. I mean, obviously, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't have as much of a problem with Daenerys as you seem to have.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, she seems to be taking a line in the sand with, let's say, with other royalty as compared to the slaves or the people that she's freed from slavery and that. I don't know, is that what?
Yeah, she's much more open about them, the people that she's freed,
Right.
worshiping her versus other.
Right. I mean, I'm the rightful queen to the throne. I mean,
bow down to me.
Yeah.
Listen,
and then we can talk.
I don't know you.
Yeah, she's kind of, but at least she listens to Tyrion a little bit to listen to John more and see what you have to say.
Yeah. Let's talk about Tyrion. He comes home to Westeros, and his military mind that has really not proven successful. I mean, aside from the Battle of Blackwater Bay in season 2, they lost the cities in Essos when he was in control, when Daenerys was with the Dothraki, and she had to come and bail him out there. They come to Westeros, and he keeps making missteps and it leads Daenerys to start questioning, do you actually want to hurt the Lannisters, or are you too committed to your family that you don't actually want to hurt them, and you're making these choices based on that? But I still think it was a good season for him as well.
Right. And who else? I mean, who else is going to give her advice?
Yeah.
I mean,
Jorah's got grayscale somewhere.
Right. And so he's not available. And
yep. She's not going to listen to Jon because he's the king of the north who won't bend the knee.
Right.
And as we see, I mean, throughout the season, those walls that she's put up start coming down. So that's good. Let's move to King's Landing and let's talk about Cersei and Jaime, the remaining Lannisters that matter, according to Cersei. She's gone full crazy. She's insane, right? She's the Mad Queen now. What do you say?
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Interesting.
She's been mad for a long time.
She has been, but now, I mean, the meme, I came here to blow shit up and love my children, and I'm all out of children.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing she won't do to get what she wants.
Yeah.
I mean, she's shown that in previous seasons too. So, not one person to cross. I mean,
yeah, no. And at the start of the season, we're hoping, at least I was hoping, that Jaime would be like, listen, you need to cool your shit because, I mean, you're insane. But he doesn't. He goes along with Cersei.
Yeah.
For way too long. He comes back to King's Landing to find the set blown.
Are there some parallels to, the real world?
Well, there's parallels to legend
life in this country today.
I don't know.
Okay, we won't go there.
Just blindly following.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Have some balls and grow up here.
Yeah. So Jaime, in a heroic fashion, tries to kill Daenerys during the loot,
right?
The loot train battle.
That's where he rides full bore at her while she's right next to her dragon.
Yep.
Yep.
Her dragon gets wounded by Bronn. Just a quick aside.
That was a good battle scene. That was
an amazing battle scene.
Yeah.
And you felt you didn't want either side to win. I mean, granted Daenerys ended up winning, but you didn't want Bronn to die. You didn't want Jaime to die. We've grown to like these characters. You didn't really want Daenerys or her dragon to get hurt.
Right.
And so it was like, I don't know who to root for. Just stop. Just become friends.
I kind of was rooting for Daenerys a little bit just because she had a couple of strikes against her.
Yeah.
I mean, here they do their planning and they've been thwarted everything they've tried. So it's like she needed to win.
She did need to win.
Yeah.
And when she did.
Yeah.
Did you see that episode?
I don't know. I said, bits and pieces.
She smoked them.
Did she?
Yeah.
It was like bringing a fighter jet to like a Revolutionary War battle.
Yep.
It was amazing.
And for Jaime, it's like, you don't jump in the lake with all your armor on. You don't.
Well, to be fair,
I know
he got pushed into
he
the
got
Oh,
lake.
so somebody saved him, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Bronn-
before the dragon. Okay.
Yeah.
Bronn saves him.
Yeah.
Bronn has a good line the next episode. He's like, until I'm paid, you don't get to kill yourself. A dragon doesn't get to kill you. Only I get to kill you. But in the final episode, Jaime decides to leave King's Landing and leave Cersei and head north to help fight the White Walkers. They decide to show Cersei. They strike up a truce. Jon and his Suicide Squad head north of the Wall, and they capture themselves a White Walker, and they bring it back to King's Landing.
Oh yeah. All right, I saw parts of that.
Yeah.
And in that episode, I think it was Viserion, named for Viserys, Daenerys' brother. A dragon is killed by the Night King, one of her dragons, and is resurrected as an undead dragon. So that's going to be a troublesome. See what happens with this final season. But
right when I saw him get hit, the dragon, I was like, "Yep, there's a white dragon right there."
Yeah,
it was the Iron Fist moment. He's gonna punch that wall.
He's gonna
punch that wall.
I wasn't even thinking that because the dragon landed in the lake. And I was like, well, it's already been proven that White Walkers can't swim. There's no way to get the dragon out of there. That's a big lake. Oh, no, they brought chains.
So did they just have like White Walkers go in there and...
We don't see that part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just see him get dragged out.
Yeah.
He brought big chain.
Really big chains.
Yeah.
Almost like he had been planning this.
Exactly. You were saying that. Where he was like,
So
I didn't see that coming. So.
Yeah, I know we're getting off topic here with Jaime, but we can talk about the Night King for a little while. The theory is that he's like Bran, and he has I think it's green sight is what they call it. His three-eyed raven power, where he can look into events of the past and present. They think that the Night King knew if they trapped Jon on that rock and stranded him, Daenerys would bring his dragons. And so that's why they had the chains ready to dig him out. So let's talk about the final scene between Cersei and Jaime.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's got Zombie Mountain there hanging out. And she threatened Tyrion this way earlier in the episode, where he's like, just kill me if you want to kill me. And the Mountain kind of pulls his sword out of its sheath a little bit. And then she's like, no, never mind, shakes her head. With the Jaime scene, my stomach like dropped.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if he could get out of there alive, get out of there with his head.
Because it's like he asks her the same thing: "Are you going to kill me if I decide to leave?" And she's like, "Well, it's treason." He's like, "Well, kill me then." She gives the Mountain the nod. Do it. And I know we all.
Yeah,
like,
and the hand goes to the sword, and you hear the sword
come out.
Yeah, he starts to pull it out, and then you kind of wonder for a second, it's like, is she really gonna off him?
The only person that she has left.
Yeah, only person that really
cares about her.
Yeah, exactly, loves her. Or
she's gone full crazy.
I take it she didn't.
She did not.
Oh,
she decided to let him go.
I'll have to pull that up here after we're done. Let's talk about Jon Snow, the final character that we're going to talk about for our season 7 coverage. Looks like he's not Jon Snow.
Right.
They found out that the Robert's Rebellion that led to the end of the Targaryen line was based on a lie. Rhaegar Targaryen never stole Lyanna Stark. They actually were in love. He had annulled his marriage to Elia Martell, I believe her name was. Oberyn's sister. That's who Rhaegar Targaryen was married to. Annulled that, secretly married Lyanna Stark, gave birth to Aegon Targaryen, was his name. Not John, but Aegon. Aegon is the conqueror of the 7 kingdoms when he first brought his Dragonstone. So just all of these major things. So he's both
Some of that
dragon.
was from Sam and,
Yeah.
and Bran. Or
Bran.
Coming together and talking, and Bran being able to go back and see.
Oh.
So Sam had gotten the hint actually from
Gilly,
Gilly,
and then overrode her because he was in a mood.
Yeah. But then was talking to Bran.
And Bran's like, hold on, let me check my
Yeah.
digital files.
Oh, so he can just do it at random, or it's not random. He can actually choose to look back
Right.
into the past.
Yeah, so
you can go and find
that
it.
also kind of, it brings back Bran's power level because he's been just sitting out by the trees all season.
Right.
Just high as a
I mean,
kite.
so he can see that. It's like, why isn't he catching some of this other stuff? Is what I was wondering about.
And so the way I was pointing it out was he sees everything. So, if you see thousands of marriages that happen over the course of time, one of them is not going to stand out to you. So if he's told where to look, then he can go. And so that also, it makes it easier because it's kind of like, I don't know, if you know everything, everything starts to become less and less important, I guess. And so if he just had all of the information, like the White Walkers wouldn't be a threat. He could just be like, do this, and this. That's how they beat him in the Long Night, thousands of years ago. So I kind of like that. We see him pet a dragon. Drogon comes back, and Drogon can, in the books, dragons can smell Targaryen blood.
Well, I just wonder if that was a precursor to thing.
Yes.
When the dragon kind of comes up to him and allows him to kind of pet him.
And he pets the dragon, and the dragon's eyes, the pupils dilate like hi.
So Daenerys that's a Targaryen?
Yep.
Okay.
Which makes I said means and makes. Which means Daenerys is technically Jon's aunt.
My brother was telling me that, like, apparently when they were having an intimate moment, that there's just like a narration talking about how they're basically related.
Definitely basically related. She is his aunt. And
that seems to be further in, like, there's a lot of like brother sister stuff that happens in this show. So at least that you're like a little further apart. But still on.
So that incest actually doesn't bother me at all. As far as we know, these people aren't human. It takes place in a fantasy world, and the Targaryens, they wed brother and sister for generations, and it really only became, I guess, not acceptable after the Targaryen line ended. A lot of Targaryens are known for their madness, like the Mad King.
You're saying that's what inbreeding brings about?
Well, at least look at Joffrey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inbreeding in Game of Thrones, it seems to either not affect you or makes you crazy and evil.
But he's very much like his mother.
Who?
Joffrey.
Joffrey's very much like his mom. Yes. But yeah, the voiceover was kind of weird when they're getting it on, and it makes Jon the rightful heir if anyone cares about bloodlines anymore on the show, which I'm not sure if they do or not. Rhaegar would have taken the throne after Aerys Targaryen was killed in Robert's Rebellion, but he ended up dying in battle. So his son, which is Jon, would be the rightful heir. So maybe that will come out during season 8. Maybe Daenerys will have a problem with it. Maybe not. Maybe she'll just marry him, so then she can be queen. And they do have the most right to the throne. We did lose. We're going to shift gears a little bit. We did lose Littlefinger this season. Finally.
Yes, no loss.
All of his tricks and maneuvers finally caught up with him when Arya came home. And would it have been better if we had seen Sansa and Arya working together to figure this out, or did you like the surprise?
I kind of like the surprise. Yeah,
I like the surprise, but man, I was really mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because going through each episode, being like, Sansa, Arya's not gonna kill you. Like,
yeah.
And Arya, what are you doing? Stop threatening Sansa. Work together. Littlefinger's the one that you guys want. And just a little something.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's sibling spats, but it's kind of like they're from what their dad taught them about loyalty. Yeah, that just seemed to go against that so much.
But finally, we get to see.
Yeah.
And Aidan Gillen, who plays Littlefinger, one of the best actors on Game of Thrones, I would say. For everything that he had a hand in, he started the show. He was the one who told Lysa to kill Jon Arryn, her husband, which started Robert to come north to ask Ned to become Hand of the King. Bran gets pushed out a window by Jaime. Littlefinger sends an assassin with his dagger, says it was Tyrion's. The show wouldn't have been the show without Littlefinger's help. Glad to see him go, though. But he'll be missed for all of the machinations that he was in charge of. Also, with all of the amazing scenes. Oh yeah, I guess we should talk about the walls down.
Yeah, the wall came down.
The wall came down. The Night King buzzed that thing like a freaking. I know we talked about a fighter jet with the loot train battle, but this thing was moving.
Yeah. He's got the dragon breathing magical fire or whatever.
It could be ice. We're not really sure.
Right. Yeah. But it like
shattered
the wall and
yeah, nice. I didn't see him actually put the dragon into use. I had seen him drag the dragon out.
They drag him out and resurrected him, and
they put him to use
at the end. Yeah. So
I guess the only reason I didn't think I thought it might not be fire is because wall doesn't melt. It it crumbles.
Just, yeah.
Really, really scary. So now the White Walkers can move south, and season 8 should be all out.
They're on the march. So,
and we don't know if there's any way to stop them. Yes, we do.
Fire. Yeah. And Dragon Glass. It was kind of nice to see some things wrapped up though.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good season ending. They didn't leave. They left a lot for the next season, but they wrapped some things up.
They did. I had a problem with season 6 a little bit because the good guys started winning, and I wasn't used to it.
You're used to the good guys getting killed off.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And having.
Well, you told me a long time ago, don't get attached to anybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of the fantasy tropes. All of the fantasy tropes that Game of Thrones goes against. There's no happy ending. And when we started getting happy endings in season 6, I'm like, I don't know if I like this as much now, which is weird and counterproductive. But season 7, there were good things that happened, and I liked that more, I guess. Yeah, season 8, I look forward to it. Probably going to be like probably early 2019 that we're going to get it, maybe late 2018. Who knows? They haven't even started filming yet, so wait and see. Obviously, I would place it towards the top of my favorite seasons.
Yeah,
I'd say so. I've been rewatching Game of Thrones because it's been a few years since I've seen the earlier seasons, and I just finished season 2 last night.
Okay, so I had gone back to just watch a couple episodes to find some references from some of the shows in this season, just to go back and find them. It's like, oh yeah,
they've been talking about it.
They've been talking about it. It's like, yeah, I see it. I remember it now.
Yeah, even in that first episode, they talk about Jon Snow's birth rate.
I was going to say, I thought it was mentioned earlier that he was from a royal line, or suspected that he was from royalty.
Well, yeah, because he's Ned Stark's bastard. That's what we're told at the start of.
Oh, he's not even related to Ned?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, he's
related, but not his.
Oh, he's not. But we don't know he's not his.
So the Targaryens and the Starks are related.
Well,
or they're like cousins, or
Ned's sister is Jon's mom.
Okay.
But he brought John back from war and said it was just his. He just said, knocked up the tavern girl. This is my son.
Oh.
To protect him because Robert wanted to kill all the Targaryens
Okay.
for killing Lyanna Stark, as he believed.
Well,
Ned's sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they were talking about that way back then. And there's an episode in season 3. Anyways, after Battle of the Blackwater, so yeah, season 3, where Melisandre is talking to Stannis, and she says the line, "Thousands will die under your command. You will betray your family, you'll betray your loved ones, you'll betray everything that you're cared about." Season 6, he burns his daughter at the stake. All of his troops die.
Yeah.
He dies. She mentions it. I mean, it's weird, seeing all of these things come to fruition that you might have forgotten about. So that was kind of neat. That's pretty much it for Game of Thrones season 7 that we can remember off the top of our heads. It's not like we have a worksheet that we're working off of. What do you guys think about Game of Thrones season 7? You can let us know at the standard places, over on Facebook, facebook.com/WeSoundLikeNerds, over on Twitter at WSLN Podcast, using the hashtag WeSoundLikeNerds, using the hashtag Game of Thrones season 7. We'll get around and talk about those in upcoming episodes. For We Sound Like Nerds, I'm John.
This is Kyle.
And this is Doug.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.